Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Authentically Albertan. I am here in Okotoks at Rose of Sharon,
My name is Jandi.
My name is Kim.
and I'm here joined by the owners. How are you guys today?
Very, very good, but
Yeah.
a little bit tired because of the trip.
Yeah, you told me that you went to Banff
Banff, yeah.
this weekend. How was that? What you guys were up to?
Oh, just my parents just visited my home.
Yeah.
They just came here once in a year. So that's that
Right,
time.
once a year.
Yeah, so we made some special time for them.
Oh, nice. Well, thank goodness it's right now and not during winter.
No.
I'm glad they got to enjoy the sunshine
Yeah.
and the warm weather
Yeah.
rather than the minus 30 weather.
Yeah.
Pretty
Right.
cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they had a great time here. They love the mountains.
Yeah.
I got you. And where did they visit from?
South Korea.
From South Korea.
Yeah.
How different is it over there compared to here to Calgary, Alberta?
Very different, like the weather, and then the big thing is that humidity.
Yeah, here's
High
very dry.
humidity, and here is very dry. But I love dry.
Yeah?
Yeah, because high humidity makes me some annoying. So
Yeah, I can get a
sometimes.
bit too moisty. I know.
Yeah.
I'm from Colombia, and over there in
Ah.
Bogota, it's also humid. So I miss it. To be fair, I miss it. But I do know that humidity does bring problems.
Oh,
There can be a ton of
right.
bugs too that
Yeah.
love the humid weather but can't stand the dry weather.
Right.
All right, so tell me more about what we have here in Rose of Sharon. How long have you guys been here in Okotoks?
We moved here from Medicine Hat
Yeah.
for 3 years ago. So we choose the Medicine Hat because of the permanent residency.
Right.
And then we got that, and then we moved here. And then we visited Okotoks. We love this city, this town, so we chose.
And did you guys move to Medicine Hat from South
Korea.
Korea because of the dryness?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then to here.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you fell in love with the town.
Yeah.
And what about it prompted you to start a restaurant? Did you have a restaurant in Medicine Hat?
No. But actually, it came just suddenly. Suddenly. We have no idea about that before. But my job has completely changed. So I need to find out another job
Yeah.
to live with my kids.
Yeah, of course.
So my second favorite job was the cooking.
Yeah.
So I just chose, and then I realized that I noticed that Okotoks has no Korean restaurant.
That was one of my questions, actually. I
Yeah.
wanted to know, before you guys established Rose of Sharon, was there any East Asian cuisines here in Okotoks?
No, just the Korean chicken is here, but there's no authentic Korean food in here. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
So there was something like a role you guys could fill and introduce part of the culture.
yes.
That's amazing. That's great.
Yeah, but we are very different with other Korean restaurants, as you know. So we are very, how can I tell about that? Like our style, our presentation is very different like other Korean
Would you
restaurants.
say it's more true to its source, true to Korean culture?
No,
Or it's a
like,
little bit of a mixture?
yeah, mixed.
Ah, it's a mixture. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, just one plate we made it, but because Korean dishes are a lot of dishes, like a lot, over 30.
Over 30 dishes in
Over
one?
30 dishes. Yeah, but we
Okay.
made it all at once.
Gotcha.
Like Western food.
Yeah,
Yeah, so we made it like that.
So what were your backgrounds before you went into the kitchen industry?
Actually, my grandma,
Yeah?
she is now 83 years old, but she's still cooking because she is a very experienced chef in Korea.
Did she help you out?
Yes, of course. Yes, when I was young, I lived with her
Okay.
So we so we played with the cooking, and then my grandma taught me how to cook this soup, how to cook the kimchi, and how to make the Korean traditional sauce.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay. So
so-
from a young age, you had that background. You helped out your grandmother, and then at the same time, she kind of passed on that knowledge too.
Yeah,
Okay, that's awesome.
yeah, that's why I'm good at the cooking. So.
Yeah. You've got it in your genes.
Oh yeah, that's why. When I taste something, I can tell what it's in that food.
Oh, you should have told me. We would have brought a taste testing and made this interview more fun.
Yeah. So that's why I choose that job.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
But I also heard that you were a vocal coach too.
Yeah, I was. That's my whole job.
Yeah.
I have no experience without that job. But when I was in Korea, I was a vocal coach for senior high school students to go to the university or college. And then I was a professor as well in Korea.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I taught a lot of Korean idol singers, K-pop stars.
It's huge now.
Yeah.
Everybody's with K-pop now.
Yeah, huge
So,
now.
like a lot of my girlfriend, she knows some stuff, and she tells me that there's a lot of bands over there, and that the bands kind of have like their own lore and history behind them.
Yeah.
So it's good to hear that you help singers over there in Korea
Yeah.
and see them grow into K-pop stars.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you see any comparisons? Was there something that you practiced as a singer that you could apply to this new job, this new lifestyle, owning a restaurant? Like something that you learned as a singer that also works for you as a restaurant owner?
Yeah, because I worked. I got a job in Korea as a singer.
Yeah.
Like in a restaurant, I just sing. I was a singer, and I had a band as well.
Okay.
So that's why I knew that kind of musical something restaurant has some unique food. So I saw a lot of them, a lot of restaurants in Korea.
Yeah.
So I'm just planning about that too.
Gotcha.
At my restaurant.
So with your band, you kind of toured restaurants
Yes.
in Korea. Was it Seoul where you guys were?
Yes, Seoul.
Awesome,
Yeah.
Yeah, so you were just touring around Seoul from restaurant to restaurant.
Yeah, a lot of restaurants, and the bar has some musical instruments are there,
Yeah.
and then we can perform.
And what happened with the band? Are you still in touch with them?
Oh, actually, I was a jazz singer, so we play jazz and then Latin music.
Latin music, okay,
Yeah.
now I know a lot about that.
Oh,
Yeah, salsa, bachata, merengue, stuff like that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So do you know some Spanish? Do you have to sing in?
Yeah, I
some
can
Spanish
sing
lyrics?
Spanish a little bit, but I don't know what.
What do you mean? Yeah, but that's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you know, knowing the words phonetically, and then not knowing what it means, just pronouncing it all phonetically and learning it that way, that takes a lot of effort, a lot of hard work, and also a lot of responsibility. You know, you gotta
Yeah.
make it authentic, make it sound as it sounds in the original language.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of hard work.
Right, but very beautiful language.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. And then tell me about, so it's Latin music, jazz, and from there you got to observe different types of cuisines. Like it, in a way, was kind of predicting this. I could see it like intertwine in the future. You know? But Kim, how about you? What was your, were you always in the cuisine industry, in the kitchen industry?
일을 하고 이제 너만 결혼해서 뭐 양반 밑에서 이제 일을 했어요.
Yeah, he had a lot of job when he was in Korea. So he was a chef Italian restaurant chef,
Okay.
and then beer brewery.
Craft beer.
Yeah, craft
wow,
beer.
you make beer
yeah,
too.
Yeah, and then Korean street food,
Okay.
and then Korean traditional all-you-can-eat buffet as well. And then after we married, he just hired by my dad.
Yeah.
But he just suddenly got the mechanical job. So
Oh,
he had
okay,
a
gotcha.
lot of jobs.
Yeah, but that's a lot of experience and a lot of knowledge that you must know from different
Food.
parts and different food. I mean, Italian, street, you said?
Street food.
Yeah, street food,
Yeah.
Italian. There was another in between
Traditional food.
traditional food and then beer brewing.
Yeah.
How different was the street food from the traditional food? What makes something street food? What makes something traditional?
Traditional food is how could I say it? Like the Korean food for based food like sauce.
Right?
Yeah, but street food is we can make very easily.
Mm-hmm.
Very like fast food,
Okay.
but traditional food it is hard to make it, and
Right.
it took a long time, and then various food and the various sauce, and then a lot of veggies and the meat, and then their cooking way is very various. But Korean street food is very popular in Korea, and then everybody loves it, especially foreigner and then teenagers. So it's
Yeah, teens love junk food.
Yeah,
Instant.
yeah, but
Fast food, yeah.
yeah, but actually the Korean street food is not a junk food. Yeah, but because they made with the whole real food, and then not frozen food.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very different, but very similar.
But
too.
still efficient in
Yeah,
dishing it out.
Yeah,
And still beloved by teenagers.
yeah.
Do you serve some of it here?
Sorry?
Do you serve some street food here from Korea?
No,
Not on the menu, okay. So
No.
this is strictly traditional.
traditional, but very authentic, but different.
Yeah.
So that's why we are different with other restaurants. You need to see our menu books, the pictures.
Sure.
Our menu book looks like very different. We have all pictures with the food names, and then explain as well.
Oh, nice. Here, let me see if I can draw them as well so they can see it. Do you have a favorite plate out of all these?
Yeah. Oh, actually, the popular one is a bibimbap. This one, all of them is a bibimbap. Bibim means mix, and then bap is a rice,
Okay.
mixed rice, and all of the fresh veggies and then meat. Customer can choose the meats, what kind of meats, and the spicy one, non-spicy one, and veggie one. Customer can choose.
Nice, great. But do you have a favorite dish?
That
out of all
one.
these? This one's your favorite.
Yeah, I
So
love.
It's the most popular and your favorite.
Yeah,
Ah, gotcha.
because it's very hot stumble.
Yeah.
The food is very hot, not spicy, but very hot. But it makes me very comfy.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like your favorite part about that. It's comfy. It's something comfort food.
Yeah.
Oh,
And the smell
nice.
is amazing.
I imagine it must become great on a winter day.
Yeah.
You need that heat. You need
Yeah.
that warmth.
Right.
Are there any other interesting dishes here that I'm missing? I don't want to skip any of it.
Oh,
Any of them. Is there
Oh.
anyone that you can think of?
japchae. That is a japchae.
Japchae.
We have
Yeah.
noodles. It is a noodles.
Okay.
Actually, it was just a loyal people's food. It was.
Okay.
Yeah. So Korean people usually made this for birthday or anniversary.
Celebration.
Yeah, celebration food.
Ah, celebration food.
Yeah.
So this was like a birthday cake.
Yeah, like that. Like that.
I wanted to ask you guys, why'd you choose the name Rose of Sharon? Oh, is it also on the menu?
Many people asking.
Okay, there we go.
First one.
So it draws its name from Korea's beloved national flower, symbolizing timeless beauty and cultural heritage. And it's such a coincidence that over here in Alberta, it's wild rose country.
Oh.
So the two roses kind of intertwine too.
I didn't know that.
In the license plate, it says wild rose country.
Ah, that's license. Vehicle license.
Ah.
Yeah.
That's Rose.
Wow.
So when I first heard of the name, I thought it was in reference to that. But I didn't know that it was the national flower of Korea.
Yeah, the Rose of Sharon is a flower's name that it has a long nose and like big leaves.
Okay.
Yeah, it has a one thing is Rose of Sharon, one thing is just a hibiscus. But Rose
Okay.
of Sharon, when I search it, my national flower's name, oh, Rose of Sharon is very matched with that Okotoks vibe.
Okotoks vibe. Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I choose. And then I'm the Christian, so it has a biblical meaning as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you grow it here too? Is it able to grow in Alberta or just in Korea?
I've never seen that, but the similar flower we have it on the patio. Similar one. Yeah.
But that's interesting that you guys have here everything, about explaining the meaning and what it meant. Did a lot of people ask what
Yeah, a
what
lot.
the name was
yeah,
referencing?
yeah. Because
Okay.
some people who has a name as a Sharon or Rose
Yeah.
or Rose Sharon. Someone asked me, why did you choose the name as a restaurant name? So I just explained it, and then we wrote down here.
I know some characters. There was a character in a video game actually called Rose of Sharon. So they mix the Rose and the Sharon together.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's interesting. That's
Yeah.
great. When you guys first got the place, what did it used to be before? Because I know that in Okotoks, a lot of places used to be houses.
Yeah, especially this street.
This street.
Yeah, it was house before, but before we made it, it was just a fish and chips restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we changed a lot, as
I
you
can
can
see
see.
that. Yeah.
And then we changed the kitchen as well because there were only big deep fryers.
Right, for the fish and chips.
Yeah, but I don't need a big deep fryers, so I removed that and then got the new stove, and then yeah.
And did you two do it all by yourselves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see our restaurant.
Uh-huh.
That's my husband and my daddy's job.
Oh wow.
Everything is their job.
The wallpaper looks
Yeah,
beautiful.
wallpaper, and then this one,
Mm-hmm.
everything is my husband and daddy's job.
And then the paintings, did you guys paint that too?
Yeah.
Yes.
No kidding, actually?
Yeah, everything is by my hand.
Wow.
Yeah. We didn't hire someone.
The paintings.
Yeah, paintings, and then
Like that painting right there.
yeah.
Oh, that's incredible. Who
And then-
did that?
Me.
You've got a hand, you've got a good
Yeah.
hand, a good painting hand.
Yeah.
Wow. I gotta show that to the camera after we're done here.
And then this one too. My husband made it.
Our pergola.
Pergola, we
Yeah,
made
he
it.
made.
Oh yeah. I thought that was a picture. It looks like a photo from here.
Oh, the photo?
The car.
Car. Yeah, that's a very famous one, but I don't
Okay.
know what it is.
This 그냥 유명한 일러스트레이터 작가.
The famous illustrators
Gotcha.
yeah.
Yeah.
words.
Yeah.
Not a picture.
Wow, but that's incredible. Yeah, and then there's another one right there.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And it kind of has the same color scheme too. You guys kept it very in theme.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to renovate this place?
8 months.
8 months. You opened on October, but I guess you must have gotten a place
Like
February 2024.
yeah, February. Yeah.
Wow.
it was long time because we had a lot of trouble with the money to
Oh, yeah,
yeah, and then
it's expensive.
I know, and then we are not a franchise, so we need to make our own menu or dishes, and then we need to make some our theme as well.
Mm-hmm.
But it took 8 months, and then making this. Yeah.
Interior, food, drinks, coffee, everything.
Yeah.
So I want to ask, how was your first season?
We're still learning about that, and then because this town is very unique, not same as another city. I think big city compared with that big city.
Right.
So we are learning about that. So, and the weather has very depending on the
Alberta always
yeah.
changes.
Yeah.
I mean, this weekend we also had a rainstorm too. It was sunny. We had a rainstorm. Hail fell from the sky. It was crazy like that.
Yeah.
And things change. Things are always changing weather-wise in
Yeah.
Alberta. But I wanted to know more about what the experience was. Let's say from October to
Here.
February. You know, because it was winter season. I mean, right now you're still experiencing, so summer isn't quite over. But how was winter? Your first winter here in Okotoks?
It was very tough.
Yeah.
Because we were very new at the time.
Mm-hmm.
We thought that street is a main street, and then downtown, so everybody maybe knew us, but that's my misunderstanding.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't do what is that?
The grand opening?
No, we just quietly opened.
Quietly opened. Okay.
Yeah, silently opened, and then nobody knows us. So
Nobody knew you guys were open. Nobody knows.
No. We were very quiet for a few months, but
Yeah.
after that, thankfully the customer write down the good review, and then now it's getting better.
I was gonna ask you guys, what about dessert? We've talked about menu, we've talked about the lunch, the different pairings of the drink, but tell me more about your dessert.
Dessert?
Who got to be very passionate about that side of the menu? Him?
He's very autistic.
Yeah, artistic?
Autistic, very because I think artistic as well.
Okay.
Yeah, but when he focused on something,
Mm-hmm.
he had no sleeping, just searching for everything in the world, and then find out that something what he wants, and then he went to the groceries every day for fresh ingredients.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very, very interesting.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure with the right type of music, everyone can focus on, everyone can lock in.
Yeah.
I know I do my deep searches through Wikipedia too about any topic when the good type of music is playing.
Yeah.
But is there a dessert menu here?
Yeah.
Is there a dessert menu?
A dessert?
Yes.
We have no dessert.
Oh, you
but
don't
a
have
lot of
dessert.
people ask me, do we have any dessert?
Oh, okay.
Because we have no idea about that, because I don't like the dessert, but a customer want it. Now they want it, so we need to.
That's the next step.
Yeah. What it will be good? We are thinking about the Korean ice cream.
I don't know if it was Korean, but
Merona?
no, it was beam.
Pingre? Ba?
BBB.
Beam. Beamchi? Beam.
Bim.
It was beam something.
Bim.
BBB. No BBB.
BBB?
It was like, okay, so they served shaved ice with ice cream on top, and it was different like fruit flavors.
Bingsu.
Bingsu.
That's the one.
Yeah. Is it good for the dessert?
I had it next to where I live in Legacy. I had it right there, and it was delicious. But I don't know if that's a Korean dish. I don't know.
Bingsu.
Bingsu is very we need some machine, expensive machine.
Like the dicing the ice.
Grind the ice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we don't have money.
Yeah, next time we can do that because very small kitchen we have. But thanks for a good idea. We can do that when we had the money.
Some customer asking, do you have dessert? Sorry, we don't have dessert.
But our drinks are dessert.
Our town, so many dessert shop.
Next
door.
Yeah, next door is a dessert
Ice
shop.
cream shop. Yeah, I just recommend.
But where those beans originate from? What type of dish is that?
Bingsu?
Bingsu.
Mm.
Yeah.
Bingsu is I'm sorry, Bingsu is
Where is it from?
South Korea.
From South Korea. Okay.
South Korea.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I did get it right. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. What other type of desserts are there in South Korea that you might bring into the menu?
Yeah, actually the fruit, and then fruit bingsu, like melon bingsu, more strawberry bingsu,
Mango beans.
matcha bingsu, something like that. Yeah, we were thinking about that, and then
Red bean.
red bean, and then usually rice cake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, people usually ate the rice cake as a dessert. Yeah, but I don't think so because there's a very lot of carb. It's not
Carbs in rice
good for not good for health.
Maybe for people who are bulking in the gym or looking to get bigger. There
Oh,
you go,
yeah,
you can
lots of
have a-
carb will help. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
lots of carbs.
Yeah.
Those people would love to buy it.
Yeah.
In Colombia, we also make desserts out of fruit too. We got one that we make out of guava, called bocadillo. Delicious, very, very delicious.
Oh.
And we like to work with milk. So we have dulce de leche. We have one specifically called arequipe, and that mixes in. Some of it mixes it in a bit of chocolate, but it's mostly just a dessert that you make out of milk. So we work with milk a lot. We like to work with cheese. We mix
Wow.
bocadillo, that guava dessert that I talked about. We mix it with cheese.
Oh, it will be very tasty. Oh my god.
We also love to put
Yeah.
fruit in it. We love to put blackberry. We love to put peaches. Yeah, and then there was one that's my mother's favorite called they make it out of rice and coconut.
Oh.
Rice and coconut.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's like a rice pudding they call it over here, but they put coconut too.
Ooh.
And raisins. Yeah.
Oh my god.
But definitely for the future, I look forward to the dessert menu.
Yeah, we need to do that.
Have you guys also explored baking?
No.
No?
I'm not good at baking.
Does that interest you at all, or no?
No,
Just, you'd rather
I'm not
leave it?
interested with and then I'm not good at baking.
It
I'm
takes a
not.
lot of I'd say patience and accuracy. It's almost like a chemistry experiment.
Yeah, and then like we need to the scale as well. But actually, I don't like it. I like the hand. What is
Yeah.
the what's that? No measurement.
No
just-
measurements, just
yeah.
you just feel it.
Yeah,
With
yeah, I
baking,
like it.
I mean, I know some bakers. My grandmother, great grandmother actually, she used to bake, and she got so good that she was like that she could just feel the ingredients.
Ooh.
My mother tried doing the same thing, and over there in Colombia, we've got these things, these meals made out of flour, corn flour. They call them buñuelos. Very, very popular on festive times. But my mom, she got cocky and she thought she could do it like my great grandmother did, and it actually blew up, launched itself, and stuck to the roof.
No measurement.
Yeah, no measurements. So that's what happens when you get too cocky and you don't do it with the measurements. With my great grandmother, it didn't happen because she knew. But with my mother's always hated cooking and baking. She's never been good at
That's
it.
why I'm not good at baking.
But yeah, I look forward to the dessert, and we'll see. Maybe in the future some baking too.
Yeah, I could a little bit. No. He said no. I tried cake a few times for my son,
Yeah.
but it just not good.
It's difficult to make a
He
cake.
said yucky.
Oh no. I've only made cake once, and I think I must have been 13
Oh.
years old, 14, and then since then I don't touch
Oh.
the baking. No. I prefer cooking. I'm more of like handling
Yeah.
meat and
Yeah,
grilling it and all that
grilling it, yeah,
stuff. I find that stuff way more fun, and just the fact that it obeys time in a way. When you cook it a certain way, you can only leave it there for 5 minutes. I gotta flip, and it's
Oh.
consistent like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I like it more.
With baking, it's a lot of chemistry. I'm not good at chemistry.
No.
You can ask me about biology, about physics, but I'm not great at chemistry.
Same boat.
Aside from the dessert menu, are there any other future plans that you have in store for the restaurant?
앞으로 future restaurant.
이제 시작해가지고.
We just started,
Yeah.
but
그냥 오코톡스 명물이
we wish that we would be the wish list restaurant in Okotoks for other city people.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That'd be very interesting, and just with the attention to detail, I could definitely see it. Because a lot of people who, again, go to restaurants, who like going to places, who like trying new food from different cultures, they love learning about them. And I can see it already in the menu. I've told you a million times, but I'll say it again. It's a great introduction for people who don't know that much, but want to know more, want to learn more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's definitely doable. I could see it in the future.
Oh yeah, thank you.
I was also gonna say, and it's right there in one of the questions, have you ever considered having an open mic night
Yeah. Yeah.
with your
yeah.
singing background?
Yes.
Music background.
Yeah. I'm looking for the players, the instrument jazz players, and then if we had it, I'd love to do the open mic night or karaoke
Nice,
night.
that'd be fun.
Yeah.
A lot of places in Calgary do it, and if you're looking for players, I'm still learning a bit of acoustic guitar, but I'm sure I could prop up some jazz.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to advertise for so looking for the players.
Exactly, and it gets you well known within the town. In Calgary, there used to be this place where they would host open mics every Tuesday. And every Tuesday, regardless of being a weekday, people would fill it up. Even though it was a Tuesday.
Oh.
Yeah, because it gave young musicians, it gave young artists a chance to stand out and to shine. So people liked it because of that. And they would go and support their friends, and it would last, I think it would last from like 6 p.m. to 10. So it was quite a while, and people stayed there and enjoyed it.
Oh, I'd love to do that.
Yeah, they had years though. They had years
Yeah.
of background and interacting with the community. I don't know. I just thought of, again, thinking of your musical background. I'm like, I'm wondering if you've ever had that idea to have an open mic.
Yeah. We need to install something, speakers and the mic.
Well, there's some speakers right there.
Oh, it works. I
don't know.
I have no idea. We need to hire someone to.
That's from the old place then, the speaker.
Yeah.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, like big speakers, like monitor for the customers.
And at the karaoke. I like that idea of the karaoke
Yeah,
night
karaoke
too.
night. Yeah, that's more very casual, right?
Yeah,
More
exactly.
casual.
So, having lived through all these lives, in Korea, in Medicine Hat, in Okotoks, having all these experiences, what does success mean to you?
Success? 성공이란 뭘까? Actually, my thinking is success. Everybody knows me. Everyone knows me, and then there's no complaints about me, about us, and then my family's happiness is success, I think.
Yeah, I can see you guys be very happy with this place and all the effort that went into it, and I'm happy that it's paid off. I'm happy that you guys were able to put your own identity, you know, through the paintings, through the renovations, through the menu, and that you keep trying different things where it's not just authentic Korean cuisine, but it's also a mixture. You know, you're adding your own signature style to it.
All right, thank you.
What legacy do you hope that your restaurant leaves behind here in Okotoks?
Especially why we choose this Okotoks for restaurant or
Yeah, like a legacy, you know?
Legacy.
Why? Yeah.
actually we have no idea because my husband is very, as I told you, very
He's very focused.
focused on something special things.
Yeah.
And then he just searching every restaurant, every house for looking for the best one.
Right.
And so finally we find out this city, and then finally find out this building too. So, and then that's
Kind of
why.
just came about. What do you
Yeah.
guys do in Medicine Hat then? Was it also restaurant related?
I was an lash technicians.
Okay.
And then he was a
gas station.
gas station staff,
Okay.
cashier,
Yeah.
but very different.
Supervisor.
Supervisor.
But I'm glad you guys were able to go back to a lifestyle that you had in Korea of working in restaurants.
In Korea.
In Korea, yeah.
Yeah.
That you guys were able to bring a lifestyle here.
Our experience.
Yeah, your experience.
Yeah. That's what I was talking about. Yeah.
That it's not, you know, gas station assistant or a you said lash
tech.
technician, but it's now, you know, the restaurant business,
Yeah.
which you're familiar with from Korea.
Very similar, I think.
And was it a restaurant where you two met?
No.
Oh, I imagine so, because you said you worked in the restaurant business and you sang at restaurants, so I imagine that must have been it.
No.
Oh.
No, just friends. My friends and his friends were dated.
Okay.
But that's why no, not special meaning.
Okay, yeah. I forgot what I was gonna ask next.
I think the last one is after the future. The last one is the one word.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah.
If you had one word to describe yourself, which one would it be? It's one question that we like to ask all of our entrepreneurs here in Authentic Albertan, and there's no wrong answer to it. We've heard a variety of different answers, but it's fun to hear it. It's fun to hear it. It's fun to hear what it comes up with, what people come up with.
Yeah. Actually, we have a very different. 성격이 뭐지? We are a very different person. We are a very different person, but he has a lot of thinking. But I am bold.
Like very straightforward.
BOLD.
Yes,
I'm bold.
BOLD.
Yeah. I have no thinking. Just do it.
Oh,
I
nice.
just do it. No, don't hesitate. Just do it.
Gotcha.
But it's very different. So that's why we're different, but doing better, I think.
Nice. Kim, what would be your one word to describe yourself with?
One word. 오빠를 한 단어로. I think autistic.
Yeah, autistic.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. It was great having you guys on the show.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here, for being interviewed. It was amazing to really learn about Korean cuisine. And thank you so much for making the menu so accessible to people who don't know. And yeah, I still find it amazing that you guys put the pictures out, you know, your own dishes, you took pictures, boom, 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 there you go. And it's just beautiful what you wrote here on the first page about the Rose of Sharon. Very, very detailed. And it's a very, very intimate way to connect with the customer, I find.
Yeah.
So thank you guys again for being
My
part of the
pleasure.
show. And thank you guys for joining us. We'll catch you in the next one. Stay authentic.